Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Mom or Kay from Millennial Mom. And today, oh boy, here we go. Back for yet the never-ending installment of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 9, Episode 1. So if you got a chance to watch it, hopefully you did, or you're catching on the replay, thank you. If you're live, thank you as well. The series is back on TLC on Sunday nights. They're back with several returning couples. There are 8 returning couples, not in any particular order. It's Gino and Jasmine. And you see her picture. She was pregnant there, right? Okay. Then we have Loren and Alex, the OGs of the franchise, and Elizabeth and Andrei. I mean, they're OGs too, but not the originals like Loren and Alex. Let me tell you something. I know for me, Andrei does have, an attitude. He's very macho. Could be from his background growing up or whatever. But I'm here to tell you that when they were on their original season, Elizabeth and Andrei, it was her family for me. I'll say it again, her family for me that showed out at her wedding and beyond. So, yeah. So they're back. Let's see who else. Darcy and Georgie. Do you see Darcy? I'm like, Darcy, where you at? Where you at, girl? Because that man is not you. Okay? It's somebody who, I don't know, have now joined the mannequin world. Okay? Because I'm like, all that? No, ma'am. But if you think it's hot, all right, there's you. Jovi and Yara. I mean, there's not a whole lot here with Jovi and Yara. Whether it be their original season of when they first made it to 90 Day Fiancé, whether they were on several spinoffs as well. I don't know what the real problem is with them going forward unless they have something new. It doesn't seem like it with the upcoming episodes, but apparently Jovi has always wanted another baby with Yara, so he wants 2 children. Yara's not trying to get rid of all that extra she got going on with her TLC checks, so absolutely not. Tigerlilly and Adnan. I just really thought we were done with Tigerlilly and Adnan. Okay. Because with Adnan so into, which nothing wrong with his religion, his faith, and how Tigerlilly just swore up and down she weren't going to conform. Yeah, they're back. We're going to see if she conformed or not. Okay, we'll see how long those form figure fitting dresses is going to last with no cover-ups and things like that. All right, then we have Cara and Guillermo. I kind of forgot about Cara and Guillermo. Unproblematic, season 3. So, I mean, right now we're on season 9. There's been several spinoffs. Apparently, somebody's been on the creep. So we're going to find out. Okay, sometimes marriages aren't what they are cracked up to be when you have to push for a 90-day deadline. They've been together 3 years. They got a 3-year-old, and that's what it is. And then Brandon and Julia. Listen, if y'all know anything about Brandon, I mean, to me, he is the ultimate mama's boy. I know in this first episode that Andrei called Jovi, his perception of Jovi, a mama's boy. Yeah, Jovi is too. I mean, you have to be OG to know these things. But as the season goes along, if you're newer to some of these couples, you'll get to see some of it. But the ultimate mama's boy is Brandon. I mean, if you've seen his parents, he looks identical to both, whether it be his dad. He looks like his dad. Was with his mom, he looked like his mom. His parents, and I'm not being shady, his parents look like their brother and sister. I mean, they could be like triplets. Like, seriously, their family resemblance is uncanny. Julia, to be honest, I just thought that she was here for a green card. I still say so. She got it now. She's not trying to have kids either. Brandon does. But in this picture right here, she looked like maybe a little something might be going on. You never know. You're not supposed to say if women are pregnant or not because it's rude, because it is. But you never know. You just never know. So these are the couples again. Gino and Jasmine, Loren and Alex, Elizabeth and Andrei, Darcy and Georgie, Jovi and Yara, Tigerlilly and Adnan, Cara and Guillermo, and Brandon and Julia. Again, it is the 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After. I'm trying to get their picture off. There we go. Happily Ever After, season 9, episode 1, come out on Tuesday, streams on Mondays. Hopefully you got a chance to watch it. And listen, I got a comment earlier, not going to say the person's name unless they want to say so. I happen to agree. These couples, a lot of them need divorce lawyers and needed them years ago. Okay. And this whole season seemed like it's going to be about like therapy. So we're watching them go through therapy, but not just therapy with themselves, therapy with each other, them giving each other advice. So, a lot of these couples have also been on social media before and IG. IG is social media. And also several spinoffs. So a lot of these things have already played out, but hopefully we'll see something on the show going forward that maybe we didn't see already. It's too late for the pregnancy, the throuple, the open marriage thing with Gino and Jasmine. To be honest, I'll watch it because it's part of the show. I'm recapping and reviewing it for you all. But it's going to be very minimal because we know how the story has panned out so far. Like I said, she already has her baby. The baby should be pushing at least 9 months to a year old because that was season before last. They were just on their tell-all, you know what I'm saying, with her boyfriend. So with them showing like the prequel, as if it's like the Hunger Games or something, the prequel of what's going to happen. If you're that invested in Gino and Jasmine, okay, congratulations. I'm not. They have worn out their welcome for me. They have torn their britches with me. Okay, but I'll just keep it 100 for y'all. Their scenes will probably just be skipped over. All right. So hello, Miss Tamika. How are you doing today? Yes, please like, comment, subscribe, and share, whether you're live or on the replay. I appreciate everybody joining, no matter where you are, in the States, around the world, or whatever, live or replay. I appreciate you. I really, truly do. Thank you for joining and watching. Hello, Miss Jasmine. Tamika, you say Darcy had done way too much work. If she don't look like that much, didn't you send me that doll last week from some movie? No, that was Jazz. You sent me a picture of a doll from a movie. That is Darcy times 1,000. I mean, ridiculous. At this point, the cosmetic surgeons are just taking her money. Okay, and her sister too, because they got the same thing done at the same time. All right. Tamika, some of these folks need a check. They all need a check. Why are you back? We've seen you on several spinoffs, Pillow Talk, all kind of stuff. TLC really needs to invest in new, hopefully non-scammy. There's going to be some scammers. People, let's get some new people in here so we could like really look and try to enjoy the show, not go like, oh, what do you got to say this time? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what'd you do to your face or your body this time? This is ridiculous, at least to me. Okay. Jazz, you say, I feel like these couples have been married for years, start to look the same. Yeah. You also say they've all been on a spinoff. Every one of them. Yes. You said, I'm sick of Gino and Jasmine. They tore their draws. It's over for me. It's a wrap. Let's see. Would you say, I want to know how Jasmine's going to explain her situation to her kids in Panama? She don't care. What's she care for? And what's she going to tell them? It's going to be all Gino's fault anyway. You already know that. It's going to be Gino's fault. He made her do it because he wasn't putting out. Let's see. Jess, we needed people. That's why I enjoy 90th, the original one. Absolutely. And Loren and Alex had their own show. They did. She just had a mommy makeover. And you know what? If you're going to bring somebody back that's OG original, and if you've been here for a while from the beginning, like I have, OG original. If you want to bring one person back to set it off, Danielle Muhammad. If you're gonna bring anybody and Muhammad don't want to join, we know Danielle probably needs some funds. I know that she has got her nursing degree and all the other stuff. You know, Danielle's a nurse now. That was put on IG a long time ago. Go ahead, girl. Now I don't know if I would want her being my nurse because, you know, the way she came across in the show showed her personality. But you know, if anybody, bring her back. Okay, because I would be interested in that. To be honest, nobody else. Nobody else. I don't know. Need to know where are you now. All right, now I'm getting ready to begin, but I'm already going to drop the invite button. We're actually going to. I'm going to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it in like cliff notes because this first episode just gave us like little bits and pieces of where the couples have been, like, you know, how long they've been together. So that was really for if you aren't really familiar with the couples. But then we're going to jump into nitty gritty, and I know next week as well we're going to see about 3 more couples come on. And I probably by week 3, we're going to get into really the dynamics of everything that's going on. Let's see. Did I drop the link? Oh, here we go. Link is dropped. So if you want to join live on the panel, you can. If not, you can stay in the chat. That's fine too. Like I said, I appreciate you joining, and it's not mandatory. All right. Hello, Wendy's Front Yard. You say 3 OG couples together and still need a random friend we've never seen to create drama between all of them. Say it again. Mic drop. Mic drop on that. Seriously. Judge said, I like Muhammad. I can't steal Danielle's voice. But still, that was entertainment. And don't tell me you wouldn't want to know if anybody else, I want to know where Danielle is now. If she got out where she was living, how her kids panned out. Because Danielle was living real rough, I'll just stick with the word rough. Okay. And her storyline was genuine. Them tears was genuine. That notebook was genuine, chasing Muhammad. You know, I'm going to get you deported. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Bring Danielle back if anybody else. That's all I got to. And I know she could use the money. Okay. So, all right. Y'all ready back on stage? I'll bring you up first, Tamika. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Am I right about Danielle? Because I know you've been there. Yes. I want to know if anybody else, bring her back.
Yes. And you know, the first thing they always say when they don't get their way, I'm going to get you deported. Get out of my country.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Now, Muhammad was the OG original scammer.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And how she put it, she wanted some sex, SEKS. She was like, I want my sex. I'm like, you seen this on TV? He told you he told you stank. You smell like dog, like a wet dog. I said, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, those were the good old days. Bring her back. Where is she now? Where is she now? You didn't have to be with nobody. Where are you? What you doing? Just put her life on TV. I'm ready for it. All right. Are you ready backstage? Yes? Okay, here we go. Hey, sir, how you doing?
Hello.
Good. Now, I know that you are pretty new to the 90-day universe where it comes to the OGs that's on this show. How many did you recognize besides Gino?
I recognize most of the people.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good.
Because I remember the Russian dude. I definitely remember the one who got the mommy makeover.
Yeah.
And
Loren.
The only couple that was kind of iffy, I felt like I knew him, was the one from Venezuela.
Oh, well, they were season 3. That's when you were a baby. Season 3.
Okay.
You were.
Tink.
You were.
Yeah.
Tink weren't up on 90 Day back then. Yeah. You probably don't know who Danielle Muhammad is. I know you don't.
I don't know who. No, I don't know who they mean. Okay. I was thinking of the one who was on the who was just on that little tell-all, but that's Johan. And that's a different Danielle, right?
No, that's a different Danielle.
This is a different Danielle.
I don't know if I could bring up her picture. Anyways, Danielle, yeah. I'll have to send her a picture to you on text or IG because
I'm about to send it to him.
completely different Danielle. All right, so it's time for the 90-day franchise. Like I said, to bring on new couples. They already have their lives on social media. They're on several spinoffs or whatever. So a lot of things that they're doing aren't necessarily new. So maybe, like I said, we'll find out maybe a little something new going forward, because I think they're really here to counsel each other to see what's really going on. I don't know. Like I said, case in point, Jasmine being pregnant to tell all, gave birth to a baby boy. Hold on. When Devontae come back on the screen, I got something for y'all.
Come here.
I had to go to my car. No, I'm gonna give the crickets in a minute. I got something else. I'm working on getting new sound effects.
No, they're fine.
Like police and reading rainbow. You know? All right, here we go. I got one to my car for this. Here we go. Why is Jasmine still claiming she's 38? Somebody tell me.
Y'all think she older than 38 though?
Danielle is pushing 46.
46?
Okay, 44. Jasmine. I'm sorry.
Jasmine has been 38 since probably you joined Millennial Mom 90 Day, sir.
Mm-hmm.
She's been 38 before she got married to Gino, before we even knew all that. And I said Gino's still hitting 55 because he got to keep up with the lie with I said, it's no way. Because if Darcy, whose birthday, we have the same birthday, I'm 2 years older than Darcy. If Darcy is turning 50, how is Jasmine still 38?
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember her.
You said Jasmine shows at 38 in Panama.
I remember this lady.
You still remember her?
Yeah, she the one he kept running away.
Yes.
Yeah.
So real quick, I'm gonna keep these on for a second. Hold on. I should have put some red lipstick in. I knew I should have bought that lipstick yesterday. What's wrong with Darcy? I gotta keep these on because they threw shade at us. What's wrong with Darcy? First of all, TLC money or whatever she's doing on the side must be very lucrative for her, because if she don't look like a mannequin,
she got an OF.
Huh?
She got an OF.
Do she?
OnlyFans.
Well, I get it. She got what?
Because I went to her page and it's private, but it got that link.
How is Darcy only 50? I'm 2 years older than Darcy. Like I said, we have the same birthday. So I was born on that day first, September 23rd, if you want to know. Okay.
Darcy ain't no 50. Darcy is pushing 54, 55.
The point is like Gino and Jasmine and Darcy, if they're gonna bring anybody back from wherever, why bring them on the show? Darcy, to me, don't have nothing to give. It's just even more embarrassment. If I was Gino
in Panama,
it's got to be for a check for both of them, all of them really, but especially both of them. Like, did they sign like a 360 deal? Because what are we missing here about Jasmine on a season? We just finished a season, so that would make 2 seasons ago now. They told Gino she was pregnant by her boyfriend. She already had a baby girl. So we're seeing the prequel, like I said, with Hunger Games. This happened. I don't care how it happened. Jasmine has always wanted to have, just like Danielle from season 1, sex, SEKX with Gino. And Gino couldn't, for some other reason, wasn't attracted to Jasmine, or maybe Jasmine, to be honest, Jasmine comes across a lot aggressive. So maybe that was a turn off for Gino, and maybe Gino needs a little extra time to do what Gino needs to do. Okay? So, I mean, think about it. Can you imagine? Never mind. Let me move past that. Anyways, so Gino has the nerve to have a girl from named Natalie. Why are they always from here? The last few seasons have been crazy people that was scamming somewhere else. Remember the old boy, the crazy one that was in the Philippines? I forgot his name already.
Oh, that when it worked for TJ Maxx.
Yeah. say this. Let me say this right now. I have yet to see any postings talking about, do you want to sign up for 90 Day Fiancé?
I haven't either.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, they get it from here. I know people. This is a tourist destination, and there's other places there too. But why though? You know what I'm saying? And you know, every time they go somewhere, I would be trying to see what street they on. I'm gonna tell you right now, they circled that one street, which was right off Las Vegas Boulevard, like 3 times in they scenes. Because I'm like, where they going? Because to get to the ice bar was in a completely different direction. So that was definitely for footage, because probably they'd have nothing to say.
Mm-hmm.
Loren, thank you, Wendy's Front Yard. Crazy Loren. Anyways, keep him off of all the rest of the franchises. Don't nobody want to know where Loren is.
Not at all.
So Gino's new girlfriend, she's a little off too. She's been, not because she's been married and divorced a few times, but she's like, you know, I like bald men. I like him quirky. I mean,
you looking for a sugar daddy. I know what you looking for. Don't play me.
Yeah. She's Jasmine before all the plastic surgery.
There it is. She
younger. I don't even know if she's younger. They around the same age.
They're probably the same age. Jasmine's been 38 for a while, so I'm sure they're the same. This one is probably for real 38. You know? So, but I'm just like, I don't care if Gino's stepping out. I mean, to be honest, and I don't condone it, but the way Jasmine always said that she would, I mean, you saw it coming. I saw it coming. So, and why Jasmine always talk about she homeless? Gino kicked me out. He's always kicking you out. You're not homeless. Right. And then you crying to your boyfriend like he's supposed to give you sympathy.
And he tired of her already. He like, dude, all I want to do is I can't say that.
Where was he flying from?
Probably from his other sugar mama. I don't know.
Right.
Well, speaking of flying, let me say this too. The airport, the Las Vegas, it's called Harry Reid Airport International. They must have did that like early on a Sunday morning.
It's not like that.
And put like the tourists, like we filming right here. There's no way there's only like 3-4 people walking right there. I have never been to the airport myself or picked somebody up where there was 3 people walking in our airport. Get out of here. I was like,
not in Metro either. Like our airport here is called Metro Airport. Never. Yeah, because ours is a hub. So no.
Yeah.
Never.
Yep. And our airport is weird. Ours is in Kentucky.
Now that I didn't know.
You gotta fly in Kentucky. You gotta go to CVG, but it's in Kentucky.
Wow.
One time, a few years, well, you was a baby because my son was. You are what? 2 years younger than my son. No, you're a year younger than my son. And so when he was a baby, there was like a family reunion in Detroit all those years ago. Then we had to like hop to Ohio, and then I went to the bathroom. Was like, "Welcome to Kentucky." I was like, "Oh no, I got to turn around." I was scared. I didn't know what happened. But anyways, I'm tired of Gino and Jasmine. However their storyline pans out is however it pans out, because we already know what happened. So it's nothing for us to be like, oh my God, she's pregnant. Like we already know all the stuff that happened. So like I said, we just kind of like skip through them. So let me move to Darcy and Georgie. So listen, did she have to like cut the food in the haunted house like that? You know what you're gonna get when you get in the haunted house. You already know you're gonna be screaming and carrying on. But afterwards, when they got the turkey leg, was she able to bite the turkey leg with her lips and her teeth? Looked like she was trying to.
No.
I don't know how she was.
Somebody had to probably chew it down for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. On little pup.
Yeah, they always be on me.
That's all right.
Just nosy.
Okay. That's all right. But hey, girl.
Why are you so concerned?
I know. Did they eat? They hungry?
Nope. They already ate. That's why when I disappeared, I was swapping dogs from outside and in.
Oh, okay. The Jasmine show says the clown house was scary. I mean, the clown houses are always scary, but come on. I mean, Darcy, I mean, this was like pure, like you didn't win an Oscar acting
right
to me. Why are they back on the show? Like, first of all, Georgie don't like you. He don't like you. Say it again. You want to put my shades on?
At all. Yeah.
George, one of those. Georgie don't like it. Now, you want to talk screaming green card. Georgie was one of those. And then, she's talked all the problems that they had. I wonder what her daughters think of her mom. First of all,
yeah, because they should be like in their early 20s by now. No.
Yeah, no, they should. Yeah, because they were like late teens, like because one had graduated high school. So that was a couple of years ago. So they should be like early 20s, like true young adults. So I'm just curious what they think about their mother going through all this. And to even say that, your husband, just alluding to your husband just like really not being into you and you feel like you got to do all these things is a red flag. And she's too old. Well, just like Jasmine, they both know, but they think like getting surgeries and different procedures, thinking they look younger is going to keep a man. That's not going to keep nobody.
No.
Y'all think
Jasmine
so?
always look her age when she get the crying and stuff. When she goes to don't love me anymore. Oh yeah. Like, how you gonna cry to your boyfriend about your husband?
Right.
That's crazy. Well, she could do it now because he got a little present. So that's forever. So Georgie's what, 36, 35, 67, and Darcy, when the show aired, was turning 50. And she's like, "Oh, you're doing this all for my birthday, babe." And she's like, "You can say my age." She was like, "You're halfway to 100." I was like, "Now."
Yeah, I thought you was about to be like, "You halfway to the ground." to the grave.
That's the same thing.
Well, I thought he was about to say.
All right, a couple more wrong surgeries, you're gonna be looking like Joan Rivers.
Man, don't disrespect Joan Rivers like that. But I get it.
Yeah. Oldest daughter had already had cosmetic procedures. Oh, her daughter did? Oh, that's too bad. Their names were like Aspen and something. Aspen and something.
And I be seeing Jasmine on TikTok live, and I be wanting to comment like, "Y'all up here, oh, we love you." I'm like, "How y'all love a ain't mama?"
Yeah,
because where's her other kids?
Right,
still in Panama. She not bringing them kids over here.
Right, ain't come back. Terrible. You ain't gonna never have no luck in life. I'm glad Gino kicked you out. You ain't growing one kid over here and then never have one. Oh yeah, you just all the way in. And who got you a Cadillac to drive? When she picked him up,
got you one to drive, but you can't drive for real. Like driving like she got a permit though. Like who's letting you drive?
All over the stop line. You ain't
right.
You don't know whoever
she got the
first got to go.
She got to do her her 60 hours with a licensed driver.
But how she get to the airport though? That's what I want to know. Because I don't care what city you live in, a major city, or a city with a lot of people. You just can't get to the airport just like driving down a regular street. The airport is like, like all these signs like get over here for parking and pick up and all. You got to be looking.
You got to be able to maneuver. I'm like, how you make it through all? But a four way is I don't know what to do. Like,
What'd you say? Why he mad about the Cadillac? Why you mad about the Cadillac, Devontae?
Because I'm just confused. You homeless with a Cadillac. That's a brand new Cadillac. Because I can tell by the key fob. That way, you homeless but got a Cadillac.
Right. Oh, Wendy's front yard says Aniko, her oldest, is 20. So she got Aniko and Aspen. Okay.
Who kids?
Okay. Yeah.
Darcy. She got two girls.
She got grown kids.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, Darcy told us the story of, and either I don't remember or I missed it because they haven't been on the show in a while. And to be honest, I tried to forget about Darcy and Stacey because I just wasn't a fan of them from the beginning, like seriously, at all. But she said that Georgie, before they could get married within 90 days, he was still married.
Mm-hmm.
But then conveniently, right before they got married, for the 90 days, him and Darcy, he got divorced. I said, you believe that? You really think he got divorced that fast?
He did. We know.
Ashley's a little older. Either way, her kids are over 20 because they were like late teens when she was on the show a few years back.
Mm-hmm.
But Georgie wants to take Darcy to meet his family in Bulgaria. And he said this is the first time that he had someone meet his family. I'm like, see, now somebody lying. You said you was married. Your wife never met your family? Hello? Hold on. I told y'all. This is the whole show.
There's the other one.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like how, so what you mean? How was you knowing that your family? That don't even go together. So then he tells her that, well, when you do meet my family, you can't wear what you're wearing here out in Miami. She's like, excuse me, what, this? She too old not to know what he talking about.
Exactly.
Right? I'm like, why are you acting brand new, Darcy? Tell me why you acting brand new.
So they got married and she ain't never met his family?
Mm-mm.
No.
And they've been married, a year?
A year.
But together for like 4 or 5 years. They've been together off and on for a while.
So their parents ain't never heard of her?
No.
Because he was still married. Okay, so they probably like the other girl. Okay.
No. Yeah, he was still married, but he said that he's never brought anyone to meet his family.
Yeah. I'm like, you're the first one.
She's the first one.
His wife?
That's what he
said. That lived in the country.
Okay.
No family, the mom.
Mom and dad. His family has never. This is the first time he brought someone home in Bulgaria to meet his family, his mom and dad. And I'm like, so your wife never met your family?
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Right. So that right there's a red flag, but they're already married, so it is what it is now, right? And so he's telling Darcy, I really like for you to cover your breasts and everything you got to wear because, it's very conservative where I'm from. And, my dad is like ex-military. He used to be a profiler and he could like read you. I'm like, it don't matter what she got on. So she's like, hello with that mannequin face. He can be like, what?
Who is she? Like, yeah. He's going to try to put her in facial rec and she ain't going to come up. That ain't her face.
Right, because fingerprints don't change.
Jasmine going to do fingerprints.
Right. Says, Darcy's goofy. You're not wearing those clothes in Bulgaria. Be for real.
Exactly.
And then Wendy's front yards, they got married November 11, 23. Oh, okay. So that's how. So, anyways. So Jasmine, if she come on again, ought to be like, hi, I'm Jasmine. I'm 41 from Panama. She'll be like, I'm Jasmine. I'm 38.
We're gonna know something up the next show she on. She said she's 38. Like, now this the third show you've been 38 now.
It's like that commercial. Getting off topic real quick. If you ever seen that commercial for Cologuard, they're like, this is the third year. You 45. You need to go. Anyways, but so yeah, I thought that's very suspicious when he said that no one has ever met his family, and I was like, interesting. So, all right, let's move to Jovi and Yara. Do I need to put pictures up? Because I put them up earlier if you're not familiar. You know who they are?
I know who they are.
Do you know?
Who was it?
Yeah.
Jovi and Yara?
Yeah. Oh, you don't know him, dude.
Yeah. So, I mean, they've been on the show before, even Love in Paradise that we did and, different things. Jovi's hometown's from Louisiana. They met 7 years ago on a dating app. They have one daughter, Mila. Jovi's thing, he's always wanted another baby. And Yara's thing is that Jovi, first of all, Jovi works for the oil company's oil rig, so he's gone for like 6 months out the year, and she doesn't like that. And I'm like, to me, it sounds like just like another far-fetched Jessica. Like, if your man is making money and that's what it takes him, and you got all these new enhancements, because Yara don't look the same either. Okay. What's the problem? You knew this before you met him, before you even came over here, what he did. Same thing with Jessica. But let me say this real quick on Darcy. Let me say real quick before I get back in Jovi and Yara. You know, with all the enhancement that she had done, just like Tigerlilly, who we'll see next week, why they don't have better hair than that?
They need to go to Lee's Beauty Supply. They need to stop going to Sally's.
Okay.
I think he got the best looking wife though.
Who?
Out of all of them, Jovi.
Yeah, but I was talking about.
Yeah.
But one thing about Yara though, she's very insecure, and Yara is still not interested in having no baby. Okay, she's not want to give up that body. That's not what she wants to do.
Why would I want to be at home half the year with 2 kids, and then you come home playing all the time?
I mean, if that's your job, she's not working. And what she wants to do, she's into her new business venture. She wants to make puppy accessories. Now you got
no dog.
You gonna buy some? And she don't even have a dog.
Right. Yeah. Oh, she ain't got no dog.
No.
How you gonna make dog clothes? I at least thought she had a dog. See, people just dumb.
No.
It's gonna be a good bit. How you know what dogs like and you ain't got no dog?
No dog.
Right. I thought that was hilarious when Joey's like, "Why? We don't even have a dog." And I'm like, "You don't have no dog. You want to make not just regular dog clothes, luxurious dog clothes." I'm like, "Is there such a thing?"
Right. Why not luxurious baby clothes?
Yeah, right.
And then who got on here saying that baby was 20 months? Made me mad. I said, if you don't say that kid about to be 2, 20.
A year and a half.
We're gonna talk about them in a minute. But y'all got anything to say right now about Jovi and Yara? I mean, I think they're the least problematic on the show. I just think they'll be floating by because, to be honest, their problems are the same problems they had. Again, he wants another baby. She don't. She just wants to do what she wants to do. She had one, and that's it.
I don't be understanding like why these dudes be. You got a baby, and then y'all be so pressed to have another baby for what? Like, I don't understand it. Like, give it some time. Like, at least let that girl get 7.
Oh, that's too fucking far.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's far.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Especially because he's a little older than her. So you know, he's pushing 40.
At least out of the diapers.
Yeah, because that little girl's like 3.5, pushing 4 as of the taping. So she's probably like in 1st grade by now. So that's about right. So Wendy's Front Yard says she used to have a dog, but it passed. They said that on Pillow Talk months ago.
Oh, okay. Well, you need to get another one if you're trying to start a dog business.
Jazz says Jovi better be happy with the one. Yeah, because she's not interested. She was never interested, to be honest. Jasmine shows us he's barely home. Who's running with 2 toddlers solo for months? That's true. But think about it though. If he was in the military, because of where he's deployed, it would be the same scenario. So you kind of know what you're signing up for. It sometimes it's just like that. But Yara don't want one because she snuck and took birth control pills on the last resort, so she don't want that. All right. So the one with the 20-month-old, Cara and Guillermo. I was like, okay, Cara, and you're looking all body-outy in her picture. I said, okay, girl. But to me, Cara's she hasn't aged to me. She looks exactly the same. They're old school from 3. So she's been around for a while. She's 32. He's 26. Met in the Dominican Republic. He's originally from Venezuela. They have a soon-to-be 3-year-old named Nico. Once again, Jessica and Juan. Jessica needs to take heed because little Nico is bilingual.
Yeah, right. Because he was talking to his kid in Spanish, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So was his mama. She's bilingual too.
Anyway, I think they were. They was on the Dominican Republic on a trip together. She was something and he was something. I think. if that's that couple.
Yeah, I think it was he offered them the group shots, stuff like that. So to be honest, in their season, I don't know if Devontae, you see their season, but I didn't think they was gonna make it because it seemed like it was kind of rushed, and her friends had a real is another friend group had a real issue with them just moving so fast. But she was adamant about it. She's like, this is who I love. And they just seem, again, real unproblematic. So now it seems like apparently Guillermo can't keep a job. He's gone from business to business. Now he wants to start flying airplanes. I'm like, that's drastic. He can't keep no job, but he want to fly airplanes, like just like Cara said in the car.
You should have started doing that when you first got up here, bro.
Yeah, because that's a 2 years, 3 years in flight school, and that cost.
Well, she said 60,000. I was like,
And he worked at a restaurant, boy.
You go from a restaurant. I mean, maybe that was his dream, but I mean, that just sounds like real rash. Restaurant, and then now you want to fly airplanes. I'm with her too. Like, I'm not spending no $60,000 on the next.
Exactly.
So, Cara's a realtor now. She says she's a breadwinner. Their marriage is on the rocks. They're sleeping in different rooms. Now, the upcoming episodes look like Cara might be on the creep. So he said he can't trust her no more. And I'm like, okay. So, like I said, they haven't been on different spinoffs like the other ones have. So it's not really anything to put in there. And I don't really see it on Instagram. So following their episodes will be new, put like that. It'll be new, at least new for me, because I just haven't heard.
That was just weird. They was we going. Are you time? You ready to go to bed? I think I'm gonna go to bed too. This separate.
Right.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you on that twin bed.
Wife, man. I ain't going no twin bed.
I mean, that threw me off too. I didn't know that they were going to separate rooms, but
once you start doing that, your marriage is it's a wrap for you.
Yeah, it's a wrap. That's the epitome of roommates. That's the real roommates right there, right?
I got 2 extra rooms, and I ain't sleeping in neither one of them unless I just fell asleep in them just cause. But in the middle, I'm gonna get up in the middle of the night. You gotta go to the bathroom. Get in my bed. I'm getting in my bed.
Exactly.
She's mad at me or not. We ain't gotta cuddle. Back to back.
You can't sleep good like that. You wouldn't be able to sleep good because if you're at a point, in my opinion, if you're at a point like that's when it comes under the umbrella of you don't like the way someone breathe, they eat, they crunch when they eat, you know what I'm saying? They smack in, just everything about them, is like looking them funny and crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
I just feel like once y'all get in them separate rooms, y'all starting to separate because then she's gonna start getting used to sleeping alone, and that's it. Oh, I'm so used to sleeping in the middle of the bed. Now I got to go back to the left. Oh,
exactly.
Yeah, but you know what? They seem like they want to make it work. They just don't know how. Because they mentioned they went to counseling, but you know what? Sometimes a fairy tale isn't always a fairy tale, but they look like they're giving the energy so far that they are that they really want to try to work on it some more. Both of them, because they were saying pretty much the same thing in their rooms. So, all right. That's enough of them. So moving to Loren and Alex. You remember Loren and Alex? Okay. I don't have to put the picture up. Let me tell you something. On IG, because I've been on her IG for years, even before she had all 3 of her kids. And the oldest is going to kindergarten now. And the youngest is like 3. She was teasing another baby again. I was like, but on this show, she said she don't want one. But on Instagram, not that long ago, she was teasing that she wanted another one. I'm like, girl.
Didn't you just have all this work done now?
Well, she tried to get work done. Because remember we were saying when they were on their season 2, like, where was they pulling the fat from? Where was it coming from?
Nowhere.
So
somebody else?
Right. Cara said, get a job. But anyways, the OG, they've been married 10 years, 3 kids, met each other while she was on a birthright trip to Israel. Matter of fact, on their Instagram, as of today, they're on a vacation in Israel with their kids. So they're over there actively now. Mom, she had her mommy makeover, and they had disagreements about that. Lauren's working on being a stay-at-home mom. Lauren's mom don't like Alex. Apparently, what we hear in this episode, they still don't speak. But I just find it interesting that she talks on both sides of her face. You know what I'm saying? And she wants like her husband to believe like, no, I want to be independent, this and that. But at the same time, she's like, I want another baby and, and work, or I want work done. So she needs to figure out what it is that she really wants to do to me. But Loren and Alex have invited everybody over for a housewarming. It's Elizabeth and Andrei, Jovi and Yara come to the house. They all live in Florida, kids the same age. Lauren's friend, Noga. I had to look at that twice. I said, what's she saying? Because, if you're not hearing right, she says something else.
Yeah. It's always a friend.
Noga. All right. And Alex's friend, Sean, comes to the party. So the couple show up and it's Jovi. Well, the guys go outside and the ladies stay in the kitchen. And I'm nosy. I like to look around people's background of the house and see what's picked up or whatever, or what they cooking. Now, it's just me. If you invite people over to your house and you cooking, at least try to get some disposable gloves because you're not cooking for your family. If you used to.
When she touched up potatoes.
You can't do that with everybody. You know what I'm saying? You do that to your food, but not cooking for a crowd. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool.
Let's remember who that is versus who we are. Because first thing we're gonna be like, you got gloves and an apron. They like, let me just go ahead and grab it.
Well, it's clean. I just washed my hands. But like, why you using
but I got dirt under my fingernails.
Right. I mean, you could have washed your hands, but like I said, you're not cooking for your family if that's how you do it. Because when you cook for yourself, it depends for me. Like half time I use gloves, half time I don't. But I'm cooking for me. If I'm cooking for someone, my extended family or crowd, I got gloves on. I'm changing gloves. I don't be like.
At least you're gonna be on TV faking, so you don't give people something to talk about. Now you know he's gonna say something, especially Black people, about you fondling them potatoes.
And what would she have on that plate that looked like she was pouring salt on? I'm like, what was that for margaritas? Because they were drinking champagne. I'm like, what you pouring salt for? Like, what's that for? Yeah. Anyways, everybody cooks different, right? Wendy Front Yard, real quick, says Lauren's entire personality is being a mom. That and surgery are her only storyline. She made me mad this episode. Yeah, she got a little mouthy this episode. I was surprised. Yeah. Well, anyways, Elizabeth is saying that she wants to. Well, she don't necessarily want to move to Moldova, but she wants to do so for the sake of her husband. Now, this was taped. If Darcy and Georgie were married in 2023, there was still the same unrest in 2023 that there is now, and Moldova is right next door to Ukraine. They're evacuating people out.
Right.
If you want to go, if you want to say hello to somebody on FaceTime, your family, I get that. But we're not taking the kids, and I'm not going with you. Somebody got to be the survivor. You see what I'm saying? Like, what? I'm not going, And I don't even understand why you would want your family to go when there's so much unrest. Just because the country may not be in it, but it's next door to it. And,
it'll spill over.
Things happen. So, but anyways, Elizabeth looks very stressed while she's talking about this to me. And I'm like, girl, if you don't want to go, don't go. Just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was interesting that Andrei told the guys that, not just giving Elizabeth an ultimatum.
He don't even know what ultimatum means.
That's number one. That's number 1, 2, and 3. But when he said that they don't even talk to anybody but her dad, I'm like, dang, she don't talk to her sisters anymore or her mom. I know they fell out, but still, after all these years, they don't talk no more.
That's crazy.
I can see her
isolating
her brother Chuck, because Chuck, listen, I don't care that wedding.
Chuck was a hothead.
That goes down in history for me because all them fights he wanted to fight Andrei. Now he was out of line, but it was entertaining. So I can see if you're not going to talk to anybody, it would be my brother because all the extras. But your sisters, all those baby showers, and your mama, y'all don't talk to nobody.
She talks to one of them. She talks to one of them. I forget which one she said, Annie or
oldest is Becky, and the youngest is in the middle is Jen because she's the baby. I remember that. Jen's the one with the long hair and
maybe it's Becky.
The interracial kids, and Becky's the oldest sister.
Maybe it's Becky, but I just can't. There's no way. There's no way. I mean,
That's
I don't.
Gonna be so lonely. That's gonna be so lonely.
Yeah, she looked sad. She looked like
she did when he said that. She did, and then it's like, so now you're going to be over there with all your people, and she's not going. She can't speak the language. I don't know if they have another language over there, but she's not going to be able to speak the language. She's not going to be able to do anything.
She said there was 2 languages. One is Russian, and one is maybe Ukrainian, but one is definitely Russian. So it's 2 languages intertwined. So it depends on probably like where you are in the country that speaks whatever language. So, but I was like, he is tripping, an ultimatum. And then, she's like, well, maybe for a year or 2. And then Loren is like, no, I told you, that's not a good fit. But when Yara, who's actually from Ukraine, which is next door, is like, no, like you would
Romanian.
Oh, Romanian. Okay, thank you. Like you wouldn't make it there and all the other stuff. Then the corrupt conversation came up. Well, isn't Moldova corrupt? And then Yara said, isn't America corrupt? Listen, there's different levels of corrupt.
Right.
And apparently what's going on over there might be a little more.
A little bit. Yeah, we're a little bit more safer over here. Just a little bit.
Right. Real quick, let me read Jasmine's comments. She said, listen, Andrei would have been escorted out with a capital out. Only he comes to someone's house and is disrespectful to that level. The fact that they don't talk to Elizabeth's family really made me mad. He's trying to isolate
you ain't exactly. I said that isolated. I said, it's just, I don't know.
But he's been doing that though. Their whole relationship has been so toxic that we've seen them
very much so.
They have progressed like.
But Yara said that. She said typical. What she say? European man or whatever.
Yeah,
she said, yep, that's how they be over there. That's why I'm over here.
But she made me laugh too in her confessional. I don't know if she was talking to Jovi or not, but she was like, she wouldn't make it because she's spoiled American, used to air conditioner. I said, as soon as she said that, I'm like, yeah, I can't go.
What, they ain't got no air conditioner? They ain't got no ice water?
Right. Not to wash your clothes. She gonna get a rock in one of them things you gotta wash it with a rock.
Oh yeah.
She ain't gonna make it. She ain't gonna make it. She like, oh Jesus Christ, it's hot.
All she has to call her dad. He'll get her back home and them grandkids. But just real quick again, just back to like not talking to anybody. Like I said, if you don't talk, your brother, I can see your brother and his wife, they have been messy as the years have gone by. But wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, that's it's a lot. Jasmine Show says, I like Yara. She's clocking everything. She's clocking everything for now till they get their business out there. Because Jovi, he can't read the room. Let's put it like that. It's not like he don't have a filter. He can't read the room. He just likes to over talk. So as the guys are making the steaks and stuff, and like I said, Andrei's talking about how it's going to be an ultimatum. When they sit down to talk and everything, I'm like, who's watching the kids? Who's watching the kids? Because see, when the ladies was in the kitchen, because when ladies, everybody was in there but Noga, right? So I was like, okay, she watching the kids. But when they came out, everybody was sitting around and Noga was out there and the conversation came up. Now, at this point, I didn't think it was like conversation to have at the table. You know what I'm saying?
It was not. Yeah. That wasn't the time or place for it.
Yeah. And then, what Alex said, no, that's what you said. He doubled down on the comment. I'm like,
where's the bro code, man? Come on now.
Right.
You gotta. I said that, but you ain't supposed to bring. That's something you go, like, let me tell you what Alex told me to your wife at night. You don't do that at the table.
Right. Well, Elizabeth tried to say, hey, this is a housewarming. I agree with her on this one. I could talk to my husband when I get home, but it just kept going, right? Now, Lauren's friend Noga had gotten a situation, and when Andrei was like, and pointing, because he's very, we have to put we don't have to, but it fits him, unfortunately. We have to put the aggressive word on him because that's how he comes across, aggressive. And so he's putting his finger, and he's like, who is this Lauren? This your best friend? Like she's an outsider. Just because you don't know her, she's invited, right? Don't matter who she is. And so she's like, this is not how you talk to me. This is not how you treat people. When she got up, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this. When he called her an F and B.
Yeah. That, and nobody said, all those men at that table, and nobody said nothing.
It would have been time for them to go. I've been like, you know what, Elizabeth and Andrea, we would have to like appreciate y'all, but you get something to go, but we're gonna have to ask you to.
Yeah, you can't disrespect my guest.
Andrei was right. Andrei was just like, I'm like, got to go. Tell them to go.
Yeah,
man.
And then even in all of that, Elizabeth didn't stop her because she's like, no, wait a minute, you're not gonna talk to my husband like that. He may, and she should have stopped it too. So it's like she doesn't want to say anything for fear of being in trouble or whatever because she said something. And he's, like you said, he's so aggressive in his voice, carries. So I was like, yeah, Elizabeth, you should have said something to defend your husband, just to stop to her at least, so that it didn't escalate to that comment.
Right. And then her husband should have told Lauren's husband, chill. We supposed to be having fun, drinking. Right. Oh, if she want to go to Bulgaria, that's on her. Y'all leave that outside. How's everybody doing outside of her? Let's redirect the conversation because it's getting too y'all yelling at him. He a man. It's not going anywhere.
It's too much.
Stop. Right. And like you said, both of you, but like you said too, Devontae, Loren kept it going after the fact though.
Yeah.
Y'all seen that big glass of wine she had? It was over.
She said that she had like 3 of them already.
Oh yeah, she was on 10. It was over. And they be them housewives be drunk. So yeah, that was it. She was what?
That's
something to say, and I'm gonna say it.
And another thing.
Wendy said she called him a prick, so he called her a B. I mean, okay, but an F and B. So if you can just let that fall out your mouth that fast, then you call your wife. You call Elizabeth an F and B too.
I wonder how many times he called that her mama or her sisters that.
Where he from? He definitely said that.
Right. I won't even believe anything different. You know what I'm saying? Someone called you. Anyways, but when Loren piped up, I think Andrei was trying to get her to calm down, not get her to calm down, but he was looking at Andrei for his response. Because I think maybe Alex would have tried to maybe if Andrei had stood up or whatever, he would try to protect his wife. But I think Loren, regardless of how much wine she had, because she was already tooted up in her kitchen about going to Moldova, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that really isn't her business. You could give constructive criticism, but you don't have to go all in like that. You know what I'm saying? So I do think this scene was really out of production's control, but you know what I'm saying? But the dinner party definitely would have been over with the F and B comment. It's time for everybody, thank you for coming. If you want stuff to go, you can, you know what I'm saying? Lauren escalating after the fact. Like, how can you, in the episodes coming up, still maintain a friendship?
Right.
Because you're not as close as you are. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing all that at the table. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. So Jasmine Show says they need to save the new house after this. I don't know what you mean.
Probably Sage.
Oh, Sage. Oh, I think she means Sage. Okay. I'm like, I don't know what you mean. Yeah. Because it was just someone, and the kids was in the house too. So now you got to apologize to your friend, your real friend who you know for years. Thank you, Jazz. And then for the sake of filming, you have to say what you need to say to film and then go home. Because Andrei really don't like Jovi, call him a mama's boy. So who knows what he thinks about Loren now. So anybody who goes against him, he clearly don't like. So,
exactly.
We're talking about this first episode because next week we're gonna see Tigerlilly, and I know that's a mess already.
Yeah, we already know she converted because I ain't already seen her in a
We
hijab.
even
So
wasting our time
I have
seeing
not.
yeah,
her act
they
like
playing
she
in her
not
face.
gonna convert. Like we already know this lady gonna convert because she
Yeah,
did
she already
everything else
had.
she wanted. All right.
All right, she's already out there in the hijab. So y'all stop playing in
Yeah,
her face.
she is. And on a different look, because Andrei to me is at the top level. Like I said, unfortunately, we have to use the aggression word on him because that's what it is. He's at the very top. But
Mm-hmm.
Adnan is climbing
He
the
right
ladder.
behind her. Yeah, he
He
right
right
behind her.
So
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna do this year on this season. But I don't know. I just hope we have little to no Darcy and Georgie, and really little to none Gino and Jasmine, because what are they really bringing to the table to
right,
me?
right. They need to go back to the days of like you can't, with your social media and not posting anything on your social
Right,
media.
I
right.
think they need
Until
to give them
after the
another
test.
season or something.
Yeah, you know who else they need to bring back? Another
Who?
OG is um I forget, they were the one Muslim couple, the black couple, that she was from Trinidad, and then he had took her to his house, and it was the
Oh,
house he grew up in.
not the dude with the bands,
Did they just
with the
have a baby?
bands and the
Rashida?
Yes,
kids.
yeah, she had a
Oh my
baby.
god.
I think she's
Okay.
pretty. I think she's very pretty.
She's
But I didn't like.
beautiful.
I do not like his attitude. I did not like watching them. I was
Right,
like,
wasn't that the guy who was very particular? Things had to be
he's
neat
still
and all.
particular. I still see them
He's
on
still
Instagram.
particular. He's a very OCD. Yeah.
Yeah, they
They
had
should have
Bilal.
brought back the
Bilal,
witch.
Yeah,
Bilal.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Bilal.
They should have
Yeah,
brought back the witch and my Spanish dude. Ashley and what was his name?
they're on Pillow Talk. She's on Pillow Talk,
Oh, yeah,
and
they're on
they
Pillow
were
Talk.
yeah,
Manuel.
but he just started a new job, so that's
Good.
why he wasn't on the Pillow Talk with her. But they
Oh,
was
so
just
they
on
still
Pillow Talk.
married?
Yes, they
Mm-hmm.
are.
Because it's
Oh,
usually
You know,
her and her mom on Pillow Talk.
I
But
was
yeah,
yeah,
never
because
an
yeah.
Ashley fan, but I would like to know what happened to the guy that was hard of hearing and the lady in the Philippines. Like, what happened to them? Remember her
oh,
mama,
David.
David. I don't know.
Yeah,
Remember Devontae, her mother?
Oh yeah,
remember
yeah. The
he was
mama,
sweating through
yeah,
his shirt
yeah. The
Yeah,
mama
when he
fell
wanted.
down. Yeah,
don't
okay.
do that. Because we was like, we would have failed too. You see how raggedy them wood stairs was?
Yeah. What was? Oh, they looked them up.
Yeah,
David and dang, what was her name?
I
I don't
forget her name,
I don't know. But they could
but
bring
yeah,
them back. They were unproblematic.
that's why they're
They
not bringing them back because they were unproblematic.
I heard Mary and Brandon can't come back because they were too much talking about the show on a bad note.
Oh no, no! Please don't bring them back. They were annoying.
They were very,
No, don't bring them back.
very, very annoying. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this season, I've already started with the headache because I'm like, why? Like, why we got to sit through these first two people, Darcy and Jasmine? Like, for what? I don't know how y'all feel about it, but we'll try to fast track them going forward. Sheila,
Mm.
thank you, Mo. Phil Foster Dog, David, and
Sheila, yes,
yes, someone always
yes.
knows the comments. So, all right, y'all, that
Mm-hmm.
was it. I didn't download the video for what's coming up. I didn't have time. Is that them? Okay.
They still
Yeah,
together. Oh,
yeah. That's
And that was
nice.
three. That was from 3 days ago. So they still
oh
together.
wow.
That's
Okay.
nice. I like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
unproblematic. Sometimes you want to see unproblematic because like a
Oh,
where are they now? Make a
oh, they
short
now
series
and he
of
just put on his story an hour ago. Please, if you could buy a ticket for Sheila to come here in America, we
them.
will
No,
be happy together. Only a $2,000 for her to come here.
you should have saved your TLC cash. Sorry, David. I like y'all, but I don't go
No,
fund.
not like that. No, we
Like
don't know
that.
you. We don't even know you, dude.
We don't know you. So all right. So next week I'll be back for 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. Like I said, notate the new time coming on a few minutes, 10 minutes early because y'all are a few hours. Most of y'all are a few hours ahead of me. No matter if you're on the East Coast, wherever West Coast is 3 hours behind or more. So I try to do that for you guys to be a little bit more convenient. Now, Also, too, I'm gonna say this, and it's not mandatory. I don't know if you still watch it. If not, you good. But people do watch it. May not be. Yeah. The 1,000-Pound Roomies finale tomorrow night.
What already?
So it will be the last episode. So I think it's like episode 6 already.
Oh, they didn't give us no love.
So no love. So we got to come up with another show. I'll have a Match Me Abroad video out later tonight. You can watch on a replay tomorrow. So yeah, 6 episodes, Jasmine show. 6 episodes. I'll be live for that on Wednesday. Just get out the way so y'all can, whoever watches it can watch it. Gonna be a cliffhanger? Probably. So we'll have to come up with another show.
I think they're gonna get another season though.
Yeah.
I think so too. I think
like,
so
we
too.
could survive the 1,000-pound sisters with Amy and Tammy. Ain't no way y'all can't bring them back.
I actually heard they were being canceled, Amy and Tammy. I don't know how true that is.
That they were being what?
Canceled.
Oh.
Not picked up. Wow. That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is. I guess you'll find out. We'll all find out when it happens. But, so I don't know what other shows are coming out besides that. Love After Lockup doesn't start till August. So if you have something of interest, let me know. Until then, we'll do the
watching Virgins?
I'm not going to record that. Some shows I watch just don't record.
It's just dumb. I don't get it, but okay. I mean, I get it, but yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right, y'all. Any final words on this episode or anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Bye. Take care, everyone. Good night.